talk about now property, or the property game and the real estate business being a very lucrative one. And how does one obtain financial freedom? You're speaking about it in terms of saying some people look at it as a scam because they didn't get the fruits that they were expecting.
Yes.
How does one proof their vision and their goals? You know, you said something very, very striking in terms of you want it's a purpose-driven task.
Yes.
You know, so how does one safeguard their task and make sure that they get financial freedom as well as make a lucrative business?
So, two things. Obviously, it's financial freedom.
Yeah.
But you only make money or you only attain success if you help people. So people go into property with different mindset and want to make money now. I go into property based on what my mom said to me. Provide value, shelter.
Sure.
So if you help people, people will help you grow. If you look down on people, people will push you down. So respect is key.
Sure.
That's the first principle of making money, right? And you need to work hard. You need to be patient. That's what people don't have. Property is a long-term game. So you need to be patient. I got into property. I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I bought 3-bedroom apartment. I stayed in 1 bedroom. I rented 2 bedroom out. So people will look at you and say, why are you doing that? You're a banker. Why would you live like that? But again, you said purpose driven, right? So what is the vision? What is the why? You want to do something. Once you've done it right, you are going to make money. But the important thing is that you need to look after the numbers. You cannot be staying in Farinahai and have properties in Rosettenville and you're thinking that you're going to do well. Unless you have an agent, then you are going to do well. But if you want to run everything by yourself, you're not going to do well. At the beginning, though, you have to run the properties by yourself so that you can understand how things work.
Yeah.
By running the property by myself and trying to give it to an agent is what brought the birth of Big Rand.
Sure.
Because I wasn't satisfied, because I could do it better than myself when I was doing it myself than the agent. There are good agents out there also, right? So those are the things that you need to look at. You need to again, it's the goal.
Sure.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Who are you helping in the process? And if you're helping a lot of people in the process, you make a lot of money. If you're helping small people in the process, you make small money.
Yeah.
Or how strong you are to be able to get to where you want to get to.
Sure. Let's help a property investor tonight who's sitting at home and is thinking, I want to go into property. And we ask this question to say, with a home, which is the best way, rather, to invest in property? Does one get a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit?
Well, so if you get a home equity line of credit, right, you're assuming that you already have a property.
Okay.
Right? Because it's just a credit limit that you've got against, it's an equity. Equity means that the excess you have on top of the cost.
Sure.
So when you take the current property value against the historical cost, purchase price, then you've got a gap. That margin is what you're calling the home equity line of credit. But then the banks will give it to you and you use it as a normal credit card. So when you use it, that's when you pay interest. If you haven't used it, you don't pay interest. So in South Africa, if you bring it down, it's what you call the feather loan. So when you buy a property now, the bank says to you, or if you've done your research properly, you say, I'm buying a property for 400,000 now, but I know in future it could worth 750. So when you registering the bond, can you register the bond at the level of 750? That's your credit line. So that's the first thing. If you don't have, then you don't have equity. Sure. So if you're a first-time buyer, unless you've got an uncle or a mother with a property somewhere, then you can play that game to go buy a property. If you're a first-time buyer, you just go. It's a simple vanilla deal. Go into the bank, do your credit record, make sure you've got the right credentials. You've got a rating. I think here it's about 600.
Yeah.
You're fine. Right? You've got the proof of income, some sort. You've done the inspection. You've got the what do you call approval in principle before you get there. So that's it. But now, if you talk, what's HELOC, as some people call it,
Yeah.
then you're talking to a person who actually probably has a property before or knows somebody who's got a property.
Sure.
Yeah.
And which one would you advise someone who wants to start investing in property, not just maybe buying a property to live in, but investing in other properties? Which one would you advise them to go for?
Well, it all depends on the numbers, right? But of course, if you're going to use equity line of credit, it's the smartest way to go. But you need to be careful you don't default.
Sure.
So what I say, the policy is, I will never take that money to go mess around. When I take that money, the first question is who is paying for it? If Echo is paying, I'm not taking it.
Sure.
If Tumi is paying, probably yes. Be a legacy builder. Watch the next video and don't forget to subscribe.